My name is Steve Klein. I'm a retired educator and the founder of a small chain of educational toy stores that specialize in toys for blind and handicapped children. As you may already know, the bottled water industry has been booming for a number of years. And with that increased growth, so is the problem with plastic waste in both our landfills and our waterways, especially in emerging nations where they do little or no recycling. The EcoConnect bottle was designed to be repurposed and give these super durable bottles a new life as something else. A table, a desk, storage cubes, toys, even building insulation, an unlimited number of repurposed uses. It is perhaps the world's first non-returnable water bottle. The EcoConnect bottle system has the ability to benefit every household in the world in a meaningful way. It supports the circular economy and extended producer responsibility. In addition, it will generate lots of positive social media buzz as end users share their inventive repurposing ideas on all of the social media websites. In addition, every repurposed bottle will save on the cost, energy, and pollution associated with recycling. Here's how it works. This is the EcoConnect bottle. Actually, this is a generic bottle. The EcoConnect bottle will work with any size single serve water bottle. It can be a rectangular bottle, a round bottle, any shape. And basically the only thing that needs to change is the base. This is a proprietary deep recess that is blow molded into the base. In addition to the patents that are owned by the EcoConnect bottle system, the worldwide company that we're using that manufactures machines in more than 190 countries uses a patented process to blow mold the deep recess into the base. They have the ability to convert any of their machines to just change the base on your bottle. To get an idea of what's going on inside the base, this is a cap that was molded specifically to fit in the base. So you can get an idea by looking at the cap what's going on in the base. There are actually 5 beams in the base, and then there are alternating rows of flexible micro ribs. So again, to make EcoConnect bottles, you keep your existing familiar bottle design. The only thing that's going to change is a recess in the base. What I'm going to do now is to demonstrate the vacuum seal base recess. First, we'll use the cap that was originally designed for the bottle. As you can see, you have to actually fit the beams so they match up, and then you can push it in. And you got a pretty good connection, but it came apart rather easily. Now what I'm going to do is demonstrate the vacuum seal base recess. What happens is if you push the cap in about 2/3 of the way, you get a frictional hold, and it keeps the bottles together, but it comes apart rather easily. But watch what happens when you push the bottles all the way in. You'll actually hear an audible click as the vacuum seal develops. And now what you have is a real strong hold. Let me do that again so you can actually listen to the click as it goes in. So what you do is you put it in, and there you have that strong vacuum seal. Now that's the difference between a vacuum seal and a frictional grip. Connector pieces will be available online, usually with free 2-day shipping, and because they can be earned with points from purchasing your related brands, they will increase brand loyalty and purchase frequency along your entire product line. Here's how they work. This is a basic 6-sided connector piece. From this piece you can make cubes. I'll show you how to do that in a little while. This is a wheel and an axle. Basically, the way that this works, you just thread the axle into a connector piece. You put the wheel on, you put a cap on it, and you've got a spinning wheel. Okay, this is a 2-sided connector piece. Basically what this does is it changes the polarity of the bottles. So if you put a cap on each side, and you go that way and that way, now you have bottles facing in different directions. Another thing that you can use this for is when you're closing a cube. I'll show you how to do that in a little while. This is the angled connector piece. Okay, as you can see, there are 3 different angles on it, and depending upon the angle that you choose, you can either make a pentagon, a hexagon, or an octagon, and all of these can be built in tiers for different bases. And these 2 pieces are the 2 pieces that you need to make bottle people, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. These 2 connector pieces actually make bottle people. This is what a bottle person might look like. You can actually take your child's photograph, put it right here and personalize it. Great for party favors. Put some clothing on the outside and just tape it on, and then you put the feet in. Now, if this were at an amusement park, a theme park, these could be Disney characters or any other characters that are licensed. And so when you buy water at the theme park, you would get 2 connector pieces and you'd walk around with all of the characters. Also at a restaurant for where they have children's meals, if there's a bottle of water, they could use an Eco-Connect bottle, and then you could do a movie tie-in. So what you'd have is the head of the character in the movie, you'd have what they're wearing and all the feet, so you can have all the characters in the movie as a promotion and a tie-in tied to some sort of a Happy Meal or children's meal. What I'm going to show you now is how to make a closed construction. When you're making a closed construction, the first thing you have to do is do the threading piece. So what we'll do is we'll thread the bottle into the connector, and then we take this little 2-sided piece and we're going to add a cap to that, and then we're going to put that on this side. Now, as you can see, we have a closed piece. And what we want to do is we want to use the strength of the bottles, which is the up and down strength, as opposed to there's no strength this way. So what we want to start to do is to build tiers. And the way that you build tiers, you have to make sure that when you do the connecting, that all of the threaded pieces are facing up. And then what you're going to do is just put some caps on there. And then you can start building the next tier just by putting some bottles on there. And then you'll put the connectors on top and do the process all over again. Once you have a closed cube, okay, now you can start doing things with it. For example, you can put a piece of wood or some sort of a shelf in there. Okay, and then you can put things on there, and then you can build these up. You can, instead of making it 1 tier, you can make it 2 tiers or 3 tiers or 4 tiers, and you can have different levels of storage units. If you put a trash bag in there, I'll show you very quickly what happens. Here we have a bottled trash container. Now, can you imagine how many bottles we can keep out of landfills and waterways if every business, school, and home used trash containers made out of bottles? I just showed you how to build a cube base. So basically that's with this 6-sided connector. But we also have angled connectors, so you can make other kinds of bases. This is an angled base. It has 3 different angles. One angle, if you just attach all the same angles, you will have a pentagon. If you use another angle, you'll have a hexagon. And if you use the 3rd angle, you'll have an octagon. And then you can start building up with any of these bases. So you can make tables, storage units, all different kinds of things based on the number of tiers. This is a 2-tier hexagon base. When I tested it, it supported almost 50 pounds. At 2 tiers, it's the perfect height for a coffee table or an end table. And if you were to raise it 1 more tier and make it 3 tiers, it's the perfect height for a desk, a dining table, or a bistro table. So depending upon how many tiers you build, the bottles have different functionality. The Eco-Connect bottle system will add value to empty water bottles the same way the iPhone added value to the cell phone. Consumers will emotionally enjoy interacting with your product, and the EcoConnect bottle system even has the ability to create jobs as resourceful entrepreneurs and artists in emerging nations open small businesses marketing useful items made from repurposed water bottles. It is my hope that the EcoConnect bottle system will become another weapon collectively with lightweighting, recycling, eco-friendly materials, reuse, and yet to be developed new eco-innovations to win the war on plastic waste.